All right, welcome back to Conway Corp Channel 5. Mason Choate, publisher of hogbeat.com, with you. I have former Wampus Cat quarterback DONOVYN OMOLO, class of 2024. Everybody watching this remembers him and all the incredible highlights that he had and success he had with Conway. So, DONOVYN, you're at Central Missouri now, for those who
Yes,
don't
sir.
know.
Sir.
And so how is that going for you, man?
It's going good. It's been a fun semester, the transition and everything. Yeah, it's just been fun. Getting to know the teammates and everything. It's definitely college football is definitely a different aspect than high school football. So just kind of getting used to it and then transition to things with school and schedule and football and stuff like that. So, but it's been good. It's been good.
So when you think back to your time at Conway, the success came very early on. You think your sophomore year,
Mhm.
you guys are you take over as a starter and you have an incredible year and that sets you up for your career. But now
Mhm.
you're at Central Missouri and you have to be a little bit more patient. What's that
Yeah.
like for you?
At first it was kind of a struggle, it's just normal. It's how you go from, playing a lot early on, being blessed your whole high school career and then going to college. It's a different aspect. But I mean, it's also what I took on. I knew coming here I was going to sit here and learn from Zach, who won the D2 Harlan Hill. So it's been a fun year learning from him and everything, and just learning to be patient and everything and go on to practice and just giving it your best every time and just knowing that you'll have a chance in the future.
So when you think back to your time at Conway, I mean, like I mentioned, so much success that y'all had and you had, but when you think about what you did and accomplished at Conway, what has been a challenge for you in college so far that you're like, man, I didn't realize that this was actually going to be this much more difficult than it was in high school.
Yeah, it's definitely just excuse me, it's definitely just the competition, in high school, you're just going out there and practicing and playing against, a bunch of high school players and everything. But at the next level, it's all these players are here for a reason, and even in practice, we have a pretty good defense and it's just going against them. It's like, dang, you can't get away with a lot of stuff you can get away in high school with. You just gotta put more emphasis on it and all that. So I definitely say the competition and then the mental side of it too, especially being a quarterback in college. Mental is a big part of the game. So you gotta know the playbook inside and out. It's a lot of film, a lot of hours of film, and just studying and everything. In high school football, you watch film. We had meetings and stuff, but at the end of the day, you just go out there and play football on Friday nights and have fun. So
Yeah. So for the fans who watched you over the years, who maybe don't know your story, take them kind of through how you got to want to play quarterback and then take over as starter at Conway and obviously throwing left-handed is always something that's interesting. So I'm sure people
yeah,
would know about that as well.
yeah. So I started playing football for the Optimus. It's not called Optimus anymore. It's the Rotary or whatever it is. But all the OGs, we know it as Optimus. So I started playing that in fourth grade. Played that fourth through sixth. Then I never played. I played in Optimus fourth through sixth grade. I played every position but quarterback. I was at guard, linebacker, receiver, everything but quarterback. Never really had that kick for it yet. And then in seventh grade, my first year actually playing quarterback for at Ruth Oil for Coach Leffler, and I was third string quarterback when I started at safety, so I still really like defense and everything. And then my eighth grade year, where I really started playing quarterback with Coach Prince and Coach Joseph and all of them, and they trusted me. And then I played, just had fun with it. At eighth and ninth grade, going into 10th grade year, I didn't think I'd get to play, but injury happened, got rushed into it, and then it all just kind of took off from there. It went by fast, so it's been great. And then going into college, it's same stuff.
Which Optimist team did you play for?
The Steelers,
The
Steelers,
Steelers.
we got beat by the Saints every year in the Super Bowl. So
Hey, I'm a Saints alumni. I played for the Saints. But
yeah,
the
we.
Steelers, dude, when we played or when I played, the Steelers had this deep tackle and I was the center. I was like, I don't know, 5'10", like 120 pounds.
Yeah,
And they had this D tackle, and no offense to the kid, but he had to be 280, 300 pounds. And every time I snapped it, he just pushed me over like I
yeah,
was just nothing.
jeez.
So
Yeah.
that's a throwback optimist. But so back to throwing it back to your time on the field with the Wampus Cats. Let's talk about
Mhm.
that. What are some of the memories that come to mind, and maybe some of the games that come to mind that you really think about?
Yeah, I think definitely one of my favorite memories will always be my first ever career touchdown, my sophomore year. Our first game was against Fayetteville. I think Manny scored about four of those, but finally got in the end zone week two against Bentonville, and it was like a 60-yard run. And that was my first ever touchdown and like just core memory of high school football and everything. And that's me really believing that I can do this. And then over the years, some of the fun games. I mean, I remember playing Bryant was always fun, just the atmosphere and everything. Even though we never got on the good side of those, it was always just a great atmosphere and everything, especially for the storylines and everything. But I had a lot of fun games. There's not really one that I remember. I think it was just kind of the uh, just just all of them. You know, all of them are fun. Take, not taking it for granted, going there and just playing with your boys.
Yeah. So I don't know how often this happens or if it happens at all, but like when you were at Conway, did you ever have any former players reach out to you or talk to you? Like I know Giovanni Johnson, he
Mm-hmm.
would come and train, in the off season at
Mm-hmm.
Conway. Anything you ever encounter
Yeah,
anybody or anything like that?
yeah. I'm still pretty like me. I'm close with Giovanni and Bryce and Manny, and Boogie and all those guys. And I always saw them, but they would. I know Bryce and Giovanni would always be training together and stuff. So I'd go in there. We'd talk a lot. Still talk to Manny and everything. So we all stay in touch and everything and all. Like we still have our six legs like vets Snapchat group chat that we all talk in, and just watching the games and everything. So we all stay pretty much in contact.
Yeah. Manny played for the Saints, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
we
really
played him. Yeah, my fourth grade year, we got beat by him. He ran for about 400 yards on us.
I might I want to say his older brother Eddie. Is that correct? Is his older brother Eddie? Do you
Maybe.
remember him?
I know his older brother Shane. Was it
Oh,
Shane Smith?
Shane was
Shane. Yeah,
also really good for Conway too. Shane
yeah,
Smith, yeah.
yeah.
There was another one, Eddie. I want to say he's related to Manny. Maybe they were cousins or something, but he
Hmm.
played for the Saints when I was there, and he did exactly what Manny would do with the Saints, where it's
Yeah,
just like run circles around
yeah,
everybody.
yeah, yeah.
So what does it look like for you as far as like, I mean, obviously you're really busy with football. You're trying to get back
Mhm.
to town. I know you said you've been watching some games. What does that look like? Just your relationship, I guess, with this city and the team right now.
Yeah, yeah. So, so when we're on Friday nights, how it is like at one of home games for us right now, we have dinners and stuff around like 6:37. So always, as soon as we get back from dinner, I always hop on, and watch the Conway Corp stream and everything. And away games, same thing. So, but I mean, I think we're in a spot right now. If we win on Saturday, we have a good chance to get in the playoffs. So then we'll be taken. But if we don't, I think I'm gonna come back down and watch the quarterfinals. I think it's probably gonna be against Rogers. So that'd be a fun one to just connect with the guys and everything. But I'm still talk to a couple of guys. Like I've been talking to Grayson Wilson a lot too, and just sending him encouragement and everything too. But just talking to a lot of those guys that are still playing right now. Just keeping those close relationships and everything. And I mean, Conway's where I'm from, so I always love the city. Support the football team. So.
Yeah. So I one thing that was interesting with you at Conway was you were there when the transition to Buck James happened. What
Mhm.
what was that like? Because obviously, I mean, that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
The coach from Bryant comes to Conway.
Yeah, yeah, we were all. I remember. I mean, I remember this. It was a Sunday morning, the morning when we all got the news. It was kind of like we sent it in the group chat. We were all just kind of shocked. We're like, bro, there's no way that Coach Buck James is our coach now and everything. And then it really didn't feel real till we had our first meeting a week later, and he like walked in, and we're like, we're not gonna believe it till he walks in here, and then he walked in and everything, and we're like, oh snap, like let's go and everything. So but he was, I mean, under coaching him, it's definitely a lot different from Coach Fimple to him. And I mean, I like both sides of it and everything. I mean, it was cool playing for both coaches and everything. Both guys were guys you wanted to play for, but Coach Bug James just had like a different aspect to him and just like firiness and just a guy you wanted to go out there and put your all for on a Friday night. So.
So you kind of hit on it there a little bit. What is it about Buck James that causes him to have just such the high level of success that he has year in and year out?
Yeah, I think it just from his coaching perspective, he's much more like he's it's more like demanding out of his players. I mean, it's more like military style coaching with him. It's like a lot of stuff just isn't gonna slide with him. You got to be on time. Do what's right, not skip reps and everything. And it's just like the whenever he's in a room, you can just I don't know, you can just feel that he's in the room and everything. So it's just like it's a guy that gives off a lot of respect and wants respect in return. So
Yeah. Okay, two more here for you, and
okay.
they're kind of weird. One, I'm sure you get asked this a lot actually.
Hmm.
So from the time that I've watched you, and I don't know if it's changed or not, but when you sit back in the pocket,
Hmm.
you keep the ball down really low. Is
Yeah.
that is that something that like coaches? are like maybe try to change? Because obviously it works for you and
Hmm.
it's not a problem, but you don't
Hmm.
see that a lot.
Yeah, I think because growing up and like I kind of like taught myself how to play quarterback and everything. I didn't really like train with anybody, so I think that just came naturally, and especially with the throwing slot that I throw at, I think it just faster. It just came naturally getting the ball out and everything. So I think it just stuck with it. But like transition to college, I mean, it hadn't been a big difference and everything. I mean, obviously you wanted a little higher and everything, and I've been working on that. But I mean, it's not the biggest difference, and I think it fits my throwing slot. So.
Yeah. You get the ball out quick, so that definitely makes sense. Last one, I ask everybody this question when you're back in town or I guess, you haven't been out of town for a long time yet, but what's your go-to spot to grab a bite to eat?
Ooh, definitely, definitely Don Pepe's. Gotta get the Mexican spot. I think that's the
Everybody says Dawn, so I'm gonna make you say something different.
okay.
Literally every single person that I've had on this year has said Dawn's. Nobody has said anything different.
Let me think. Let me think. Favorite spot to eat.
I always go with David's Burgers. I'm a burgers
Okay.
guy. That's my favorite spot.
Trying to think. I forgot. I used to go to there's a really popular Mexican place downtown. I think I forgot it. But let me see. I'd probably say, man, this is a hard one. There's a lot. There's a lot of good spots in.
I didn't
There's
I
a lot
didn't
of
think I
good.
would stump you on this one this bad.
There's a lot of good spots in Conway. I'd probably say tropical smoothie then. Tropical smoothie.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Tropical smoothie's good. What kind of smoothie do you get?
The Bahama Mama.
Okay. I like the Mocha Madness. That's what it is.
Okay.
Mocha Madness.
Okay.
That's my one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Donovan, we appreciate you, man. Obviously, everybody wishes you the best of luck. We're always going to
Mhm.
support you and appreciate the memories you gave all these Wampus Cat fans for your time in Conway. So, best of luck, man, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.